Hello and welcome back to Black Ice version 11.2.1 and the Black Ice campaign as Japan. And well, where we left off, we were having some audio issues, to be honest, which I think I've resolved. So there was a few problems. Nvidia had decided that my crappy, sort of standard headphones were much better for recording than my mic. So it started defaulting to that, and also apparently the latest driver installed an audio update, which is what did that. So I had to go back and do some work with Nvidia, and I also did some work with my settings in the game. But this is the first episode in a while where I've not had to go back in and redub my audio back over it, so this is the first one that's back live. And as you can see, we are a little bit in advance of where we were, and that's mainly because I got fed up with having to go back and re-record my lines. So we're a little bit in advance of where we were. I've done a fair amount of naval reorganization, as you can see, but still got a bit of naming to do. We're still building up our fleets, and as you can see, we've got a lot more carriers on the way. We have expanded and taken Jiangxing, however you pronounce it, and I've reorganized our armies now into several different armies. So we have a Northern Army Corps under Shimamoto Suzuki. And, well, sorry for the minor cut in there, but we were just getting things moderately up together. So yeah, I think things are looking pretty good. We've got a pretty strong puppet here. Well, a lot of strong puppets, actually. And I'm arranging our naval forces at the moment. Effectively trying to get our carriers and the like together. So we've got 2 carriers there. We've got, I'll show you how many fleets we've got. So we have 3 carrier fleets, or mainline carrier fleets, with a 4th nearly done. We have 2 light carrier fleets. One slightly old that probably won't be much use, but will do the job against certain targets. And as you can see, we've got a pretty decent, selection of units here, including a little bit of heavy cruiser support in case they ever were, needing to, deal with combat against something a bit stronger. Carrier anti-air, and tech-wise, we're doing really well. We're nearly at, we are at 42 level for our carrier tech in 1939. So that's really good going. We've got some really top level stuff going on, and army wise, in the north we've got, so in China in total we have 930,000 troops, of which the 6th army of 180,000 is actually earmarked for an invasion of the Philippines eventually, but the rest of that is primarily used in the far north here, and I'm currently in the arranging it all. Got the 3rd army over here as well, but the key thing is that we're getting ready for some form of attack towards the Soviets, but we're not going to do it immediately. We're going to see how well Germany does, and depending on how well Germany does, then we may decide whether or not we need to get involved. We've also spent or sold a fair amount of tungsten around the world in order to build up our cash balance, and resources wise we're doing very well across the board. I've been round and done a lot with our commanders and things, so we've got a lot of level 5 commanders in a lot of really positive positions, which is really good. Even sort of our naval field marshals and things over here, we've got a lot of really skilled guys in command, so that's some good news. Literally everywhere. So that's all rocking and rolling. Ooh, assault weapons, thank you very much. But we're in the position now where it's going to be more about how we build up next. What's priority? Because when we look units wise, we're not exactly amazing. We could do with another few armies probably for down against the British in this area of the world. So we've got one group ready for this. It would be good to probably have another whole army to dedicate towards the south. But we'll probably get that via some events and things, because we've already got another corps that's being formed actually over here. So, in fact, yes. There we go. Let's bring you over to there. But as you can see, we've got 6 divisions over here. So we've already got the start of what could be quite a useful little army area down here. But I hope everyone's having a good week. I'm doing a lot of recording at the moment. And I might be bringing out something relatively new soon. Which is kind of fun. Although, let's stop the army group there. We'll keep it at Kara Nor. With a lot of... God. Yeah, they're finally getting some halfway decent units involved. And yeah, we'll trade some fuel to you. Get that deficit gone away. It's only metal that we're lacking. We're only lacking 10, so that's fine. HE and light bomber. So we did let our air techs fall away a little bit for a little while, so they're actually one thing that we're quite weak on. Mechanical computing machine we definitely want to get because it's going to provide a tech bonus to everything else. And I am on speed 4. We could go up to speed 5. Right, so medium bomber prototype. I'd like to get encryption and decryption machine. And I don't want to declare war on Tibet. So we're now going to be getting a little bit more on that front. And naval bomber. Now, yeah, these 38 level ones, we should be getting them because our air stuff is way off the pace. So we definitely need to get that going. And we can get decryption machine. And then we've got a load of 1940 level techs here that we need to grab. Including a few more army ones. Right, rocket artillery. And let's get radios up because that gives you a blanket combat efficiency bonus. And dual purpose guns. Okay, 42. AA control computer we want to grab. Yeah, that medium air one there is worth getting. The boilers and the like are probably worth getting as well, actually. God, so many techs that we want. And nationalise the private sector. We'll do some police buildings. Hopefully that will give us some police buildings in China. And fuel for money. Yeah, we'll do that. And radios and the like. So let's get both of those ones. We've got a 0.5 there. And there we go, officers. Love it. And that's in years worth of playing this game, I don't think I've ever seen Latvia join the Axis. I mean, it's a good thing in principle, but if they declare war early, that could be bad. Right, so yeah, we've got our carries and things there building on up, and the Navy asks for more money, and we won't export tungsten for now. Right, so how far away are you from joining? So they must have had insane... God, the neutrality absolutely did them in. Okay, so what about Estonia? Because Estonia would be a decent grab as well. The flag of Estonia, yeah, blue, black, white. And, okay, and they're being influenced already. Okay. I mean, it's weird. I mean, but it'll distract the Soviets a little bit. I mean, they've got a few divisions, you know. Estonia, I mean, Latvia. I mean, they've got... I mean, it's not much, but it's something, he says, with a quizzical question mark in his head. I mean, some Estonian units wouldn't be the worst thing in the world as well. Hey, maybe this is the start of a brand new, beautiful alliance against the Comintern. So, like Romania, you're not far off yourselves, are you? How far away are you? You're from a neutrality, they're at 30%. So, can't really join yet. And, oh, yes, another CAG. And then we'll rebase over up north. So up to 75 air units, not bad. And we get the hero out in early 1940. And we have got a fair amount of like upgrades and things, which is a bit of a shame. Alright, delay in diversion. Let's get installation security. Just keep these ones going. We're doing these a little bit ahead of time. Nothing wrong with that. And we are making our planes a little bit better. Oh, breakthrough. So, mechanized breakthrough. Yeah, I'll let that go because that's a really good one for making our units better. Not that we have a massive amount of motorized, but we do have a little bit of it. And I am letting my operational techs drop off a little bit at the moment. But we will... I don't think we'll regret that in the end. Because we're not going to be going against the Soviets immediately. And we have got a load of planes due out soon. Right, machine gun multi-support. 41. And doing seaport and airport capabilities. Yeah, we're in the end game now. And no, we won't trade any more tungsten at the moment. We'll just hold off for now because we've got a decent money balance. And the offer for war games, how much does that cost? Yeah, we'll do that. Let's keep our generals happy. And we've got a couple of logistic techs finishing up, and then we're going on to agriculture and things soon as well. Oh, artillery support. 41, yeah, we can let that go. Let's get agriculture up. Because we're not getting a lot of manpower, only getting 24 a day. Alright, tactical air command. Take that off to get that. And then back round to infantry techs and the like. So a couple more CAGs just to deploy, chuck them into here. So up to 30 CAGs, not bad. Across our fleets. And yet more due out very soon. Right there, support. It's not one I care about massively, but I mean, just let it run because, you know, we've got the Blitzkrieg ones done. So off the back of the war with China, we got a load of techs from like other branches, Deep Battle and Blitzkrieg. So we've got some like natural bonuses and stuff here, which is quite cool. You know, some bonuses just from winning combats effectively and letting us do different techs. Oh, we can do loads of different things. So, postpone the mine stuff, but a military parade and yeah, ruling the waves. Not bad. Oh, what was that? Right, destroyer escort roll. So, that is up here. And yeah, that does allow us frigates, I think. It does. Now, frigates are really good. They've got really good submarine attack. So they're normally one of the things I go for when I play a UK campaign. because they're mighty good for a UK campaign. Right, attack focus. Yeah, we'll let those go. Destroy crew training. Yeah, we're doing a couple of these ones and just getting them nice and updated. Let's get anti-tank weapons. We need to make sure our infantry is as good as possible. Regional air power. And we are closing in on 100 planes. We are not far away now. In fact, to get the effect... So many effects. Now, I know you can check this in that little thing now, but I just don't have it. So 120. Need more planes, effectively, and then we can get a bit of a major bonus. Global naval power. And we're not that far away from global land power, actually. Holy shit. I mean, I don't want that efficiency for production down. None of those sounds enjoyable. Yeah, we're still a little way away from some of that stuff. So, yeah, it's not immediate, that's for sure. So, right, espionage and spies. I think the economic spying is still the best, and I still think the short-term investment is probably going to be what we want to do. Okay, recon units. 1940. Do I want to let that go? I don't think I do. I want to let that go. I want to do the infantry guns. And just make sure that we haven't got any more there. No, we don't. Don't need to trade any more tungsten for now. We can just hold off. And get more planes. We've got like the inter-service rivalry events. So supplies for money, yeah, we want to do that. We're nearly breaking even. Still think we need to focus navally. So we're going to focus on the navy again, because that's where the majority of our building is going on. And we'll cruiser. Load of text that that's just opened up, but we're already way ahead of time there. Let's get the capital ship engines going, because they'll be finished very quickly. And yeah, the convoys are finished, which is good, along with some planes. Right, battleship class. We'll just do a little bit on supply at the moment, just to rebuild that up a tiny bit. 41. We've got the capital ship stuff going. That'll be done very quickly because of that guy that gives us bonuses. Mr. Heiriga. 89. And are we pro or against maybe a little bit more? We don't need any more carriers, I think, at the moment. I think we've got enough carrier queue, you know, going on. I think we wait until the 18th and then take stock. Right, so Battle Fleet concentration. 41. doing all of those. We're doing like radar training. Let's get infantry support weapons going. Okay, so we just got regional air power, which just dropped our IC efficiency a little bit more, which is a bit of a shame. But another carrier is now out. And that's another fleet ready to go. So we'll go green on all of those. And we'll have a look at how much IC that gives us to play with. So not a lot. Gives us 23 IC. So I would like some more convoys in the short term. How much IC for resources? The only one that would maybe be worth it would be steel, but I don't think it is worth the amount of money it costs to ever do this. This event needs a rework, I think, because it's just not worth it. And let's do a couple of production runs for convoys, just to keep that building on up. Because the last thing you want to do is do what Japan historically did and lose effectively the convoy war massively. Japan was massively starved out. So we're going to disable that for a year. And we should probably look at our politicians as well in a minute. So Manchukuo is doing at the moment, I think, a lot of metal. So we've got 7.5 there, 60 there, and it's nearly built up all of its steel refineries. Could still do with a little bit more on the rares extraction, so I think we'll go rare materials because that's the way I want them to go. Who else do we need? So is this Manjing? Yeah, so we'll go army for you because you don't exactly have a lot to offer. And then I think we'll go army as well for the Republic of China Nanjing because I want them to build up as much as possible, because when we look at our production queues, because I've got spies in them at the moment, they're doing some steel refineries there, so that's good. Nanjing isn't producing anything, but they've got a lot of manpower, so they could produce some army units probably. And the Republic of China Nanjing is 110 IC, which is nothing to be sniffed at. That's pretty good, and therefore, if you put them on army focus, they can pump out a fair amount of units with that 548 manpower, and we can see them doing that as it stands. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take you guys, you fine gentlemen, we're going to go over to here, and you fine gentlemen are going to go over to there, and that's got you guys in position. Level 5 commander there, that's not bad. We've got China and things definitely locked down. And oh, we've got 5 IC, so something just ticked. Right, submarine crew training, 41. On both of those, spotting as well just went. Small arms, yeah. And we'll get the integrated AFV support battalions. And I think the next time we get a trade coming in, we'll do one. 7 IC, not bad. And sadly, we just lost high popularity, which makes me a little bit sad, but oh well, we can still make up for it because we've still got a decent enough officer ratio. And recon units, yeah, we'll let those 39 level 1s go. And, oh, well, that's just rude. How dare you? Right, so Yuzuruha, yep, is new designs. I wonder if that's gonna, yeah, that nearly, that got some of them over the hump. 43, not bad. Does it do anything over here? Like, how are we looking across the board? So, 39 for that. our escorts and things. 41 for most of those, so we can immediately get destroyer class and things. Cruisers, only the light armament needs to be done. The rudder a little bit lacking. Damage control, armor thickness. Pretty much nothing across battleships. Our battleships are pretty much top tier. And then our carriers, most of it's at 41. Okay, let's keep going on some of these army ones then and make sure that we're not letting them lag behind. That sorts out our metal deficit, thank you Soviet Union. And we did just lose, sadly, that Gulf, which is a bit of a fuck up. But we will retake it, and we'll do a tungsten trade. Just to get a little bit of cash in. And there we go, got victory there. And I think I'm going to take the officers because we don't need those HQs. We've already won the war in China. Through security units, and then on to artillery. And there we go, get our research efficiency back. And supplies for money. Can't see that being a concern. It takes us green again. And they want us to postpone, or I want to postpone a load of trading. Capital ship engines. I would like artillery brigades, because we've got a lot of artillery in the army. So Romania's joined, which gets us core historical axis 1. We got 2 and 3. 4. Okay. And oil refinery. Oh, that's going to be good. Yes. Getting some of that a little bit ahead of time. Not bad at all. And we can get AFV weapons. I'm definitely going to take that. Hey, another little bit of leadership to use. Not bad. And back round to armor techs and things. Yeah, we'll take that. And up to 7% on the IC efficiency. Yeah, okay. Everything seems like it's coming up quite nice. So, we've got Romania in the Axis. Along with Latvia. Estonia ain't far away and is going towards us as well. How about Finland? Yeah, and you're heading towards us as well, so like everyone's scared of the Soviets by the looks of it, so that's good. That's like helpful. Waiting for the hammer blow though, like Operation Visabung will be starting relatively soon, which is some niceties. Okay, we're losing a little bit of IC time here, which makes me think we need to be building stuff. So, we have got 20 IC to play with. Now, what are we lacking? So we've got a decent... We don't have much of a fighter core at all. So, part of me wants to go for some single engine fighters. They use the same... Yeah, they do use the same as our CAGs. So we have been building, you know, up the practical. We can get... For 20 IC, we can get exactly 2 groups of 6. So I think some fighters wouldn't be terrible. Let's get them. Fire control system, 1940. I'll actually take that off for a minute because we don't need to be doing that right now. We can get AFE traction suspension. We've still got 2 IC just to pump a little bit more into... well, we don't need to be doing any more on that front, so... Could we do a little bit more? Could we do another production run? I'll take it up to 3. Okay, let's do that. Supplies for money. Yeah, okay. Keep that building on up. I'm not going to say no to that. And as the upgrades end up, that's as we'll get more. So, not a chance for now, thank you, because we've gone green. We'll just let that build. And, oh, back up to very high popularity, which is going to help us a little bit. Weird. Okay, do we want to pump any more into research? Ah, fuck it. Let's get assault guns, tank destroyer, and armored car. We've got a couple of warfare equipment things here. I mean, the Arctic stuff I don't think is going to be that useful in the Japan campaign, but we are going to be going into the Soviet Union. But I doubt they have Arctic stuff. I mean, who am I to judge? They might have Arctic stuff. So, lots of mountains and things. So not great terrain for our crappy little tank battalions. Slightly better terrain going that way, so actually... let's bring you there. We'll take you there. Something like that. And then over here, we've got 4 divisions. And a, like, garrison brigade. So, that'll do. And Manchukuo wants to build a destroyer. Okay, feel free. And nearly got the production queue fully back going again. And that's even with that convoy run due to end soon. Desert warfare, yeah, because we've got a little bit of deserts that we need to worry about. Right, decryption. Yeah, lovely. Let's get Optic. And then, yeah, some anti-tank. Oh, the dual-purpose AAT. Yeah, we want to get that. Useful. Very useful. And we could get... yeah, one thing I did want to do is fill out our marine units. So that's actually one thing we need to do. So we'll get onto that quite quickly. Mounted unit training, 1939, we'll take that off for a minute. And let's get those dual-purpose thingies going. And new border garrisons, Manchukuo. Let's form garrisons. New units? Yes. Good, good, good. So, we need some crappy commanders. Any old guards? One there, lovely. Any others? I don't think there's that many left, to be honest. No. Well, let's give defensive military police people the job. And then we do have, as I say, we've got a fair amount of units here. So we've got 6 divisions plus garrisons. Now, the garrisons, I'm wondering, they would be useful for the Philippines when the time comes. So, because as many units as we can free up as possible is what we need to do. Then again, we were going to puppet them, weren't we? So they'd be useful for down here. So they would probably react well to being as part of this guy's army. And global land power, which gets us a slight decrease to our IC efficiency, which I am not happy about. I knew some events would trigger it. And they want to build another destroyer. Okay, well, that's 2. 2 destroyers in order, sure. Do you have any navy assets? No. Interesting that they would be that bothered. Didn't ask you to build naval units, but fine. If you feel like that's best. So 90 air units. Right, encryption machine. 43, lovely. Legion velocity guns. That's all of those anti-tank ones done. Oh, and we can get a couple of like the armor plate fitness things and stuff here, which is good. It's a shame to lose that IC efficiency, but oh well. We'll make it work. And another one. Okay, so 4-engine bomb base level 1. I'm not building 4-engine planes. But fuck you. Fuck you, America. When we're stealing from you, we still steal shit. And supplies for money. We will do that trade because we've just gone negative, so we'll go positive again. And carrier medium 42, yeah, okay. And we are getting things like carrier deck armor optimization, so I don't really want to build any more carriers until we've got like the next generation of our techs and things done. Right, so light carrier armor fitness is up at 43 now. Let's get the twin engine armament. We could get the naval bomber prototype improvements going. Jesus, right. I did not put you on a naval focus. But obviously, what, you just decided that building naval stuff is more fun? And there's the carrier deck armor optimization. So that's going to make our carriers a lot more survivable, which is very useful. And take frigate class off for now, just for a second. Just because there's some air techs that we're still catching up on. 4-engine transport plane, might as well grab that. Closed hangar safety procedures, 44, very nice. We're going to make, effectively we're making a Japanese navy that actually understands damage control. That's what we're doing. I don't think I want to expand autarky at the moment, but I will export some more tungsten. And okay, well, destroyers are in fashion apparently. And advanced education investment, 44, very nice. And we're going to get ourselves a little bit of stuff out of that, so load of techs finishing up, so 42, 43, 43. 44. Machine gun focus, sure. And I won't bother with the 4-engine plane one. Let's get the drop tanks. And yeah, we're on to sort of some of our radar techs and things now, so that's good. Right, and another CAG. Very cheap to do, and ooh, a little bit left over supplies. And just as those convoys are about to come online, so we can get some more planes and things. Not bad. So, load of techs finishing up now, that's very useful. Bridging equipment, 42. Central planning, 42. Drop tanks, 40. So we can get small search radar, all of those going. And then we're on to submarines. So we've already done the torpedo techs, which was the main ones we want to do here. So, and we're back around to escorts. So we've got some 40 techs here, plus hydrophone, load of stuff there, and load of stuff on these transport ones, which is a bit of a pain. And then attritional warfare at 42. Well, we can take that off as well. So let's get the AA control computer going, because we're going to need to have as much air defense as we can. And we've got 12 more IC to play around with. I actually think I want to get some more carrier air groups. Because they're cheap, and we do need replacements. And they complete really quickly. So let's get them going. And there we go, Visabung has just launched. So I would imagine quite quickly that Denmark will expire, and looks like Norway is going to start to expire as well because they've landed a lot of units. Like tungsten surplus. Question is, right, yeah, they are landing some units up there. Infantry tank, yeah, or infantry assault weapons, good, good. Let's get those damage control ones going. Now we've got a naval landing going on here. So taking Stavanger. And we've got a cav division that we can send over to there, that's what they're there for. 5IC to use for other things, and some more landing craft due out soon. So postpone our mine expansion plans. Yeah, we will do that for now. I want to sit on that money a little bit, and I just want to take in the Danish attack. So they're easily handling that. It's the Norwegian one I'm more interested in. Right, catapults. 44. And let's get the radar stuff going. And that's still building up quite nicely. And we did get the one thing that did pop up was the veteran army event did kick in, which is good. So we've got a very skilled army. Push there. Okay, and I can see some naval landing force. Some more of our transport ships finishing up. And I guess what do we want to build next? So let's have a little look at what we've got left over. So we've got carriers. And I need one of you for use in the carrier fleet. What's the general template that I've gone for with these ones? 2 light cruisers. And I just so happen to have 2 light cruisers. So that's good. And then we want our best destroyers. So 6 of these ones here, and we'll take 4 of them, and then we'll give you a decent commander because we're running out of we are legitimately running out of high-level naval commanders, which is worrying. Right, you guys have already got your stuff set up. In fact, we'll get you over to there. So we've got 261 units there, plus some reserves. Right, infantry guns. 42, and small air. Now the question mark becomes, what do we do now? So we've still got some old destroyers. We don't have many light or heavy cruisers left. What's the standard setup for one of our landing armies? So battleships is what we've used pretty much across the board where we can. So where we don't have Where is all of the other ones? So, battleship, so... I just saw there were 3 groups. The Thuzo... Ah, there we are. So, yeah, they're all using battleships, so... We can use a heavy cruiser version as a stopgap. It's not ideal, but we could do with some more heavy cruisers. So, what's cheaper and takes less time? So just a standard heavy cruiser. You could build some of the TENNO class. Just a couple. And we could get a few frigates. I'm thinking like a group of 10 because they're not very expensive. For a little bit of anti-submarine work. Which is never completely terrible. And easily taking that out. And yeah, that's expired. That's not great. Right, radios, aviation. 41, you can get that one there. And we can use 2 heavy cruisers for this, which is what we will do as a stopgap, as I say, because we're lacking a little bit in some additional units. We can use that as a one-off. Right, mass events. Right, hydrophone. This is all good for like sub-attack and things. We've got a load of text to do there, so we'll definitely grab those. I don't suppose that... Yeah, his help, you know, he did help a little bit of a few of them. And is it nearly the end of the Danish? Kind of seems like it. Right, so small arms, 42. Let's get motor torpedo boats going. Not that we build many, but can be useful. And the Germans are pushing out quite easily against the Norwegians. Tactical attack, and there's a conquer on Denmark. Okay, they're not that far away now. So I need to take Bergen, Oslo, and Narvik. Unless they've lowered their national unity slightly, which they might well have done. The AI does get certain bonuses. I'm not sure for the invasion of Norway which exact ones they get, but they do get some. Right, so we've got a level 4, we've got a little landing force here. Let's give it some older destroyers. As well as, so we've got the Megamis, or the Tones, we're going to give them Megamis. And give them a commander. So that takes it up to 16 proper landing craft now. So we have enough to achieve our main first objectives. Right, infantry support weapons 42 and home front focus. I might let that go because of the supply production. But I do want to get the infantry branch upgrades going. CAG, chuck it in there. 92. Air Force is coming along. Still needs work, but it's coming along. In fact, another 3 planes would be due out soon. So now that Denmark's bitten the dust, and there we go, they're attacking towards Copenhagen now. Tank radio communications, light infantry branch, and we can get special forces improved. And yet another CAG. Not bad. Estonia really likes to trade with us. We've got a friend in them. 42. And some light cruisers will be due out soon. And we will get those heavy cruisers out before the start of the war, which is nice. Right, rolling artillery barrage. 42. And standard infantry branch. So yeah, we're back around to the escort things now that we wanted to do. Oh, Britain's landing. Interesting. Not sure I like that. Don't fuck up the invasion of Norway, Germany. Not when I've given you so many bonuses. That would be supremely disappointing. And kind of impressive. Free ice. Another free little bit over there, which is good. Let's use it to get that. Landing craft flotilla's improved. Yeah, I want to do as much tech as I can. But we've got a load of stuff that's going to be due to finish soon, which is nice. Let's just see how this progresses until the end of the month. Okay. So, thank you very much for watching, everyone. I feel like we've pretty much done everything we wanted to do, you know, from a standpoint of the reorganization. I want to do some land unit stuff. So, I want to, like, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, like, they could do with something else. You know, like, all of these units could do with something else. Oh, I'm glad we waited. So, we've got the new designs. We'll trade some tungsten. Hydrophone. Mechanized breakthrough. And hydrophone, we don't need to do anymore. That's finished up. We could get, yeah, transport ship. Improve both of those. And onto cruisers. So, I mean, a lot of these, I wonder... Yeah, so that'll be done very quickly. That'll be done really quickly. That'll take some time, and that'll be done really quickly as well. So our carrier techs and things will be done like ASAP. We'll just be waiting on some of the more interesting ones over there. Medium anti-air, that's okay. How about this? Yeah, these are all gonna be slightly ahead of time. In fact, that's at 42 already. So yeah, a fair amount of that's at 42 or 43 already. Yeah, search radar, and then the carrier techs. Yeah, we've got a load of those all done. So we need to be at least 6 on all of those before we can get that to level up. So yeah, we've got some time to go. But thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you next episode of Japan Campaign. Thanks again. Bye bye.